In the year 2023, as the COVID-19 pandemic gradually subsided, normal travel between Hong Kong and the mainland fully resumed. The government lifted mandatory mask-wearing requirements, while the complete range of social distancing measures also came to an end, signaling society's full return to normality. The government spearheaded a multitude of large-scale events to attract tourists and stimulate local spending, in hopes of reviving the once vibrant city scenes. As society bounced back from the pandemic, Hong Kong has resumed its role as a sought-after host for global events. In 2023, the city brought back a string of large-scale activities, namely international conferences, mega sporting events, and celebrations of traditional festivals. Proactively facilitating various government departments and organizations involved, the Hong Kong Police Force conducted risk assessment and made prudent planning in accordance with actual situations to ensure such events of diverse nature could proceed safely, smoothly, and orderly. The year 2023 marked the third anniversary of the promulgation and implementation of the Hong Kong National Security Law, as well as the establishment of the Police National Security Department. The year was also a watershed in Hong Kong's development, as the city emerged from chaos and regained order, then advanced from a state of stability to prosperity. Not only has safeguarding national security been a mission at the top of the force's agenda, but it is also the law enforcement agency's prime strategic direction, as well as an operational priority, to ensure both its operations and resource management can complement the pursuit of the overarching goal, safeguarding national security. Besides enforcing the law resolutely to combat acts and activities undermining national security, the force also proactively conducted public education and rolled out publicity campaigns to deepen officers' understanding of matters pertinent to national security, as well as instilling into members of the public the importance of upholding national security and abiding by the law, to help citizens grasp the interconnectedness of national security and their daily lives, so as to earn their understanding of and support for the force's endeavors in the realm of safeguarding national security. Since the implementation of the National Security Law, Hong Kong has risen above tumultuous events to regain its footing, with its economy and people's lives back on track. Although society has returned to some semblance of normality, some homegrown extremists have actually gone underground by turning to cyberspace to incite others to break the law, as well as spreading ideologies about homegrown terrorism. To protect our city, we must always be on our guard against such threats. When it comes to extinguishing terrorism, the force has never let its guard down, as it has continued to join forces with multiple departments to counter terrorism head-on by strengthening intelligence gathering, carrying out strategic studies, conducting training and drills, intensifying collaboration between law enforcement agencies as well as public and private organizations to enhance Hong Kong's overall preparedness for tackling terror attacks. The effectiveness of counter-terrorism measures hinges on not only efforts made by law enforcement agencies, but also citizen support and participation, as intelligence provided by members of the public can be instrumental in quashing acts of terrorism. To further encourage and unite citizens to stamp out terrorism, the Interdepartmental Counter-Terrorism Unit unveiled the Safe Community Hub in October to disseminate anti-terrorism messages and information to the public in an interactive and engaging manner.
Thanks to staunch support from the central government and the government of Hong Kong, as well as the concerted effort made by different sectors and strata of society, the city has regained peace and stability to keep thriving and prospering. Advancing from stability to prosperity is not an empty slogan, as the force pledges to keep forging ahead with everyone in Hong Kong hand in hand. Together, we build the fort to safeguard our country. Together, we safeguard Hong Kong, our home.
The first 11 months of 2023 saw a total of 83,550 criminal offenses, representing a 31.4% year-on-year increase, mainly caused by a surge in scams by more than 12,000 cases. However, scams aside, the overall crime situation was more or less the same as that before the pandemic. Meanwhile, the overall law and order situation remained stable, with Hong Kong's overall crime rate remaining low when compared with other metropolises around the world. Depending on the actual crime situation, the police conducted comprehensive examination and meticulous preparation to identify black spots for crime or hot spots for gatherings, for conducting high-profile patrols and anti-crime operations, striving to further step up law enforcement with a view to inspiring public confidence in their own safety around the city. The force has been sparing no effort in combating triad-related offenses and organized crimes, especially targeting cross-border crime syndicates as well as lawbreakers manipulating teenagers as stooges. Between June and September in 2023, the Hong Kong police force teamed up with its counterparts in Guangdong and Macau to mount the tripartite joint operation Thunderbolt 2023 to combat illegal activities perpetrated by triads as well as organized crime syndicates, and cut criminals off at the source by intercepting their crime proceeds. In the operation, the police arrested a total of 6,400 persons and seized 410 million Hong Kong dollars worth of cash, narcotics, and items involved in criminal activities. As for scams, a total of 37,238 cases of deception were recorded throughout the first 11 months of 2023, representing a year-on-year increase of 48%. The force had stepped up law enforcement, which resulted in the arrest of 5,603 perpetrators of a gamut of scams in the first 11 months of 2023, representing a 58.2% increase in the number of arrests related to fraud made in the same period in 2022. Given the upward trend in crime syndicates siphoning off money from scam victims, as well as laundering money using stooge accounts, the police have been actively seeking to enhance sentences for relevant convictions by consulting with the Department of Justice with a view to yielding a greater deterrent effect. In October 2023, the police successfully lobbied the court to hand down heavier penalties regarding 2 cases involving stooge accounts used for money laundering, having the jail terms lengthened by 20% to 26 and 38 months. Besides continuing to work with the Department of Justice to apply to the court for sentencing enhancement for cases with aggravating factors, the police will actively look into expediting prosecutions for criminal offenses involving money laundering. To curb ever-evolving scams, the police rolled out the Scam Meter, a one-stop scam and pitfall search engine, and Scam Meter Plus, an anti-scam mobile application to help citizens spot traps set by fraudsters. Forewarned is forearmed. As of November 2023, nearly 2 million searches had been made, resulting in over 320,000 alerts for scams and cybersecurity risks detected. Leaving no stone unturned in its ongoing fight against fraud, the force amped up its collaboration with the Hong Kong Monetary Authority and the banking industry to connect the database of Scam Meter to the fast payment system. That way, whenever citizens transfer money using FPS, if the intended recipient is found to be culpable of any case of fraud in the database, the system will issue alerts, a more direct way to warn citizens of swindlers' traps. In November, the police joined forces with the Monetary Authority and the banking sector to establish the Anti-Deception Alliance. By adopting the upstream scam intervention mechanism, 10 major banks deployed staff members to the Police Anti-Deception Coordination Center to offer police officers prompt assistance to intervene scams, to further enhance both the forces and the banking industry's capability to intercept victims' payment to scammers, issue scam alerts, exchange intelligence, and enforce the law. In September 2023, the force received a case referral from the Securities and Futures Commission about a virtual asset trading platform JPEX suspected of engaging in fraudulent business practices while a subsidiary had not been licensed by the SFC. Given the large number of citizens scammed and the sheer volume of money they were defrauded of, the force attached great importance to the case, with its crime wing launching an in-depth probe into the labyrinthine scheme. Investigation showed that the suspects would, through deceiving promotional campaigns and illegal means, lure victims into setting up accounts on the virtual asset trading platform to invest in their cryptocurrencies. However, to the victims' consternation, they were unable to withdraw their virtual assets from the platform afterwards. As of November, the police arrested a total of 67 persons and froze about 240 million Hong Kong dollars worth of assets in connection with the sweeping scam. To step up regulation of and investigation into illegal activities associated with virtual asset trading platforms, the police and SFC jointly set up a task force in October to facilitate intelligence exchanges and investigative work to protect the interests of members of the public. Over to juvenile delinquency. In the first 11 months of 2023, a total of 156 teenagers were arrested for committing serious drug offenses, down from the 278 arrests made throughout the same period in 2022, representing a 43.9% year-on-year decrease. Not only is it the result of a decline for 2 consecutive years since the 391 arrests made throughout the same period in 2021, it is even a 4-year low. The decrease is believed to be a testament to the effectiveness of the force's multilateral collaboration with stakeholders from various sectors to educate youngsters on the perils of drug use. In particular, consultants from different professions have been invited to serve as instructors at the Force's Leadership Institute on Narcotics to lead members of the institute to design and carry out anti-narcotics initiatives, and thus encouraging all to say no to drugs. Buoyed by the positive feedback from different sectors in 2022, the police published the second Youth Crime Prevention Booklet, 2023 edition, to illustrate crime trends among youngsters using case studies. The booklet also references court judgments to shed light on the serious consequences of breaking the law. Coming complete with suggested focal points for teaching, as well as anti-crime videos, the booklet helps teachers and parents warn the young against running afoul of the law and prevent them from becoming criminals willfully or unwittingly.
The rise in the total number of criminal offences in the year 2023 was mainly attributed to the continuous proliferation of fraud. The force will continue to step up enforcement action and formulate even more effective measures with diverse stakeholders to nip scams in the bud. Complemented by immersive promotional campaigns, such initiatives are geared towards further heightening the public's vigilance against deception. Meanwhile, the force's ongoing collaboration with stakeholders from different sectors to instill law-abiding awareness into youngsters has borne fruit, evident from the significant drop in the number of teenagers arrested for committing serious drug offences in the first 11 months of the year of 2023, even hitting a record low over the past 4 years. To educate our next generation about the consequences of breaking the law, we should do it early, continuously, and jointly with different sectors. The force will continue and also strengthen its multilateral collaboration with schools, parents, sponsoring bodies, and non-governmental organizations to provide all-round protection for children and teenagers, so as to create a safe space as well as a healthy environment for them to grow and thrive in.
To deepen citizens' understanding of and garner their support for police work, the force has been developing more channels to reach out to more audiences, while further tapping into social media so as to disseminate information related to public safety as well as anti-crime tips to all. In 2023, the force set up 4 new official accounts on more social media platforms, namely WeChat, Xiaohongshu, WhatsApp, as well as Douyin. Besides, the force debuted Offbeat 360, a brand new online program harnessing texts, graphics and creative video clips to deliver all-encompassing crime-fighting tips and messages to members of the public. Besides, the force brought the Hong Kong public a novel program titled Offbeat 120 Seconds, offering citizens an inside look at the duties of different police units and enhancing the public's anti-crime awareness. The second season of Offbeat 120 Seconds is already in the works. Stay tuned. To further spotlight the professionalism of our officers, the police presented Guarding Our City with Faith, the prequel, in 2023. Set against the backdrop of police units at the forefront of saving and serving members of the public around the clock, the new promotional video of the force provides a lens through which viewers can get a sense of the myriad scenarios and challenges frontline officers encounter in their day-to-day duties, while shedding light on their efforts and contribution to protecting the city and all of its members. The force's mascot-driven publicity endeavors have come a long way, with the introduction of a bevy of mascots to serve as the police helpers in cultivating anti-crime awareness across communities. Each mascot has its realm of expertise. The Little Grape, our anti-deception sage; Bear Sir, our road safety ambassador; Master Bean and Mini Bean, our trusted duo teaching the young and the elderly how to prevent and fight crime; the Good Citizen Alliance, our crime-fighting companion. Venturing into different communities to disseminate anti-crime messages, our mascots are very popular among members of the public, especially children, and have won multiple accolades at home and abroad. The mascots have even banded together to form the Guardians of Justice, to amplify their impact when carrying out their ongoing mission to disseminate crime prevention messages to citizens, so as to echo the force's anti-crime strategy, engaging all members of the public, forging ahead on the same beat, and guarding our city with all citizens. With animal welfare close to its heart, the force has been sparing no effort in eradicating animal cruelty. To encourage citizens to join our fight for the cause, the force has been driving the Animal Watchers program proactively through the organization of diverse activities to synergize the efforts of animal lovers on the community level. The year 2023 also saw the Animal Watchers program inauguration for the second Central Advisory Board come award presentation ceremony to recognize contributions made by individuals to ensuring the safety and welfare of all animals over the past 2 years. Over to youth development. Following the full resumption of normal travel between Hong Kong and the mainland in early February, the force organized over 40 exchange tours to the mainland as of November 2023. During the expeditions, over 1,600 junior police call members visited different cities on the mainland and exchanged views and thoughts with local youngsters, as well as touring around Innotech enterprises to keep abreast of the latest developments of our country. In December, the Junior Police Call resumed its annual parade for the first time in the post-pandemic era, which was also the first conducted with the Chinese-style foot drill. Dressed in immaculate uniform, the JPC members marched with their heads held high on the court. On the same day, JPC members from all districts across the city also put their best foot forward during the JPC Chinese-style flag racing competition 2023, showcasing the skills, discipline, and unity they had honed along the way. JPC will continue to organize different activities to imbue youngsters with law-abiding awareness and respect for the law, as well as enhancing their sense of national identity. Engaging our community is one of the focuses of the force's multipronged strategy to nip crimes in the bud. The force launched the SafeCity.hk website, a one-stop platform for citizens to obtain up-to-date tips regarding crime prevention. The force also rolled out the Hong Kong Taxi Drivers Spot and Report campaign to encourage drivers to notify the police as soon as they receive any information about terror or violent attacks or witness any criminals in the act to further safeguard our communities. Besides gearing officers up for averting and fighting crime at all times, the force also encourages officers to take up sports, to not only boost their fitness as well as work efficiency, but also fortify their willpower so as to solidify their capability to handle hefty and challenging policing work. In August, officers from the Hong Kong Police Force joined the 2023 World Police and Fire Games to compete and also build rapport with their counterparts from around the world. The force's cream of the crop in different sports brought their A game, clinching an impressive tally of 239 medals, 90 golds, 80 silvers, and 69 bronzes, a record high in the total numbers of gold as well as all medals earned in a single year by the force, which is a true testament to the tenacity and unwavering sportsmanship of Hong Kong police officers, telling the world good stories of Hong Kong through tangible actions. In October, Hong Kong police officers earned an encouraging tally of 5 golds, 13 silvers, and 5 bronzes in the inaugural Guangdong Hong Kong Macau Greater Bay Area Police Games held in Foshan, Guangdong. The athletic meet not only promoted healthy living, but also stimulated exchanges, ushered in tripartite collaborations, and further deepened the ties between police officers from these 3 constituent regions of the Greater Bay Area.
Adopting the strategy of serving the public and moving with the times all along, the force has been expanding and improving its communication channels with the public tirelessly for the sake of disseminating timely anti-crime tips and practical police-related information, as well as projecting the force professionalism to all. Going forward, the force will carry on its collaboration with stakeholders from all sectors to further engage the public and foster community policing for preventing and fighting crime, in hopes of building a safe and orderly community together.
To enhance the force's competitiveness in the human resources market when it comes to attracting aspirants who have what it takes to be police officers, the force adjusted the entry requirements regarding candidates' height and weight, as well as visual acuity. Meanwhile, the force also introduced the Recruit Police Constable written examination for both the Chinese and English languages and adjusted the test items for physical fitness. The adjustments were intended to ensure the force's recruitment and selection strategies can keep up with the times and enjoy the flexibility to bring in people with diverse skill sets, so as to open the door for a greater scope of suitable candidates to join the force and serve the community. The force has also optimized its utilization of human capital by appointing 30 auxiliary police officers with professional knowledge in the realms of cybersecurity and information technology to form the Technology Crime Support Cadre, to assist officers of the Cybersecurity and Technology Crime Bureau in tackling cybercrime through participating in a range of tasks, such as conducting cyber patrols and tracing virtual assets. Ever since they have engaged in policing, a lot of auxiliary police officers have developed a desire to become regular police officers. Attuned to the phenomenon, the police launched the Auxiliary Selected Appointment Program to provide a pathway for auxiliary police officers to join the regular service. By virtue of ASAP, 14 auxiliary police officers successfully became regular officers in 2023 after receiving requisite training, an exemplification of the complementarity and synchronicity between regular and auxiliary police officers. As the COVID-19 pandemic has subsided, the force has resumed its practice of delegating officers to receive training overseas and on the mainland to enrich their global perspective and deepen their understanding of our country, as well as enhancing their professional capabilities. In 2023, the Hong Kong Police College and the School of Public Policy and Management of Tsinghua University on the mainland signed a second-phase Memorandum of Understanding to extend their collaboration on organizing the Executive Master of Public Administration program to elevate our officers' public administration capabilities and understanding of our country. To foster international collaboration, the force organized the International Symposium on Cyber Policing in 2023. Over 100 senior officers from law enforcement agencies in 39 jurisdictions around the world, as well as experts and scholars from the communication, finance, innovation and technology, as well as cybersecurity sectors, gathered to discuss topics related to cyber policing. The symposium succeeded in fostering collaboration between law enforcement agencies everywhere, bringing them together to wipe out cybercrime. In November 2023, the Commissioner of Police led 10 officers as part of the China delegation headed by the Vice Minister of Public Security to join the 91st Interpol General Assembly held in Vienna, Austria. The Commissioner also had bilateral meetings with delegates from 17 states to discuss ways to intensify collaboration to fight transnational crime. To tap into ever-morphing technologies, the force has been developing and applying diverse technological solutions to enhance efficiency and thus the quality of police services, such as the traffic e-enforcement system, which makes good use of technology by digitalizing the processes for issuing fixed penalty notices and handling traffic accidents to enhance both accuracy and efficiency for traffic enforcement. In the digital age, the gathering of digital evidence has become instrumental in curbing cybercrime. Digital evidence is also pivotal to criminal investigation and prosecution. To cater to the increased need for policing and surveillance in the digital age, the force has established the all-new Digital Forensics Complex to level up the force's digital forensics capabilities through the introduction of cutting-edge technologies to expedite investigation of cases. In recent years, Hong Kong has been rife with hiking accidents. Determined to ameliorate the situation and enhance our search and rescue capabilities to rescue hikers in distress, the force has devised a wide range of smart rescue solutions to improve search and rescue operations, in hopes of racing against the clock to save lives in the nick of time. The force has developed the 3R search and rescue plan, RMAP, RWatch and RCAM, and the HKSOS mobile application, as well as signal radar and rescue AI to enhance interdepartmental search and rescue coordination capabilities and ensure the safety of citizens engaging in outdoor activities. The innovations garnered 3 gold medals with the congratulations of jury at the 48th International Exhibition of Inventions of Geneva in Switzerland. This is the force's first participation in the international event, showcasing to the world its achievements in digital policing.
Being one of the key law enforcement agencies in the city, the Hong Kong Police Force shoulders the honorable mission of protecting citizens as well as maintaining law and order, ceaselessly upgrading police services as well as elevating the efficiency and effectiveness of our operations through the use of technology, while intensifying intelligence exchange and joint operation with our mainland and overseas counterparts. We have been sparing no efforts in upholding national security, maintaining law and order, and protecting life and property of citizens. The year 2024 marks the 180th anniversary of the establishment of the Hong Kong Police Force. We will launch a themed website in conjunction with a series of celebratory events to commemorate this milestone. We look forward to your fervent support, and we invite you all to keep safeguarding Hong Kong with us.
As we venture into 2024, the force will continue to make great strides and stay true to our aspirations to work hard with all members of the public to ensure Hong Kong remains one of the safest and most stable societies in the world.